Hello there. Today I want to talk about 3 simple ways to win more sales. 3 simple ways to win more sales. The smartest and the easiest way to do that is to do the unexpected when you're in a sales situation. And I'll share the 3 P's of that with you in this video. My name is Peter Beckenham, the village marketer, and as always talking to you from my little Thai village way up near the Cambodian border. And yes, if you want to make a quantum leap in your sales performances, then just give me 5 minutes of your valuable time and I'll share with you some simple thoughts that will make a huge difference to your potential. John, Tony Grubbs, thanks for joining. Celio, Mark Davis, good to see you, mate. Jim Thumbs, Nabil, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. All right, so in order to get a quantum, Lynette, thank you for joining too. In order to get a quantum leap in your sales, Billy, thank you for joining as well. Wait, Peter Smythe, good to see you, mate. Back on topic, Peter, okay. In order to get a quantum leap in your sales, do the unexpected. Do the unexpected. In other words, people have their own perceptions of salespeople. Now, you might even think of yourself as a salesperson. That's fine. But if you're running any sort of business online, whether it be a coaching business or a consulting business or weightlifting or six-pack ad, whatever, you still need sales, right? And in order to get the sales, some sort of selling process has to take place, okay? So you need sales. Whether you like it or not, you need sales, right? The 3 things I want you to consider, they all start with P, right? These are the 3 things you need to get rid of in your whole sales arsenal, right? The first one, pitch. I hate that word, to be quite frank with you. Pitching, all right? If you're pitching with anybody, I'll put it this way, if you're doing a presentation to somebody right from the word go, okay, I can tell you that's pitching. You may not think it is, but it is. It's pitching. What you need to do when you first meet with someone, a prospect for the first time, is forget what you're on about and find out what they're on about. Stop doing your presentation. Stop doing that. That's not the way you go about it. Please look after yourself in this regard, okay? I mean, if you start pitching, I can tell you, first of all, you'll bore the pants off people. Secondly, they'll lose interest in you. Thirdly, you don't know what their needs are. Right? So you're going to start talking about something they've got no idea why you're talking about it in the first place. Thirdly, their anti-buying radar is going to start sticking up really in the air. I mean, it reminds me, for example, years ago in Sydney Airport, I'm an Australian, I come from Sydney, right? Years ago in Sydney Airport, there used to be the Hare Krishnas. And the Hare Krishnas used to give out flowers to everybody, right? And people thought that was pretty good until they realized as soon as you picked a flower, right, they'd be after you and follow you and ask you for money to support their causes, right? So all of a sudden, the whole thing changed. When people saw the Hare Krishnas in the Sydney airport or anywhere else for that matter, they made a bypass around them and increased their speed as quickly as possible. Not because they didn't want the flower, but because they didn't want what came with the flower. That's the point of it. So if you're pitching at the wrong time or pitching any damn time, then I can tell you your chances of getting a sales result is pretty darn small. Now you might think, oh, come on, Pete, you've got to pitch at some time. No, you don't. No, you don't. I hate the word pitch. The idea, you should be serving people, not selling them. That's the point. Pitching people went out in the 1980s when I was in the insurance business, right? People now have so much information at their fingertips, they don't know what to do with it. The last thing they want is more information from you, especially if you don't even know what they need. That's pitching, all right? The second P, performance. Stop putting on a show. In other words, stop the fake enthusiasm. I mean, just the day before yesterday, right? I had this guy from England, of all places. I don't know where he got the number from. I think he got it from our Thai website exactly. And he could say, hey, how are you today? And I'm thinking, holy mackerel, who's this guy, right? Right away, the first thing I got is I hang up the phone. But I saw the number and he's calling from England. And I thought, oh, well, I better give him the benefit of the doubt. He's paying for the call, right? But it's a sales pitch. A simple full sales pitch, right? So stop the fake enthusiasm. That's gone out with the 1980s as well. Be authentic, okay? Do me a favor. Get interested in people. Get to understand them. I know you've heard me say this before, but get it through. Get to understand them. Wait for them. Be patient for them. Let them open up to you. Don't you worry about what you have to offer, because you don't even know whether they need it or want it yet. And to be quite frank with you, perhaps half the people you're talking to don't want what you have, or more importantly, they don't qualify to you. I'm going to share with that with you right now, because it's the number 3P, persuading. Stop persuading anybody. Stop trying to convince. Stop trying to persuade anybody. Don't do that, okay? If you're trying to persuade somebody, then I can tell you right now, you are losing. You have lost the battle. You truly have. The idea is to help people come to an understanding, listen to them, then disqualify them. In other words, if you are talking to people, you are listening to find out whether in fact they are the sort of people, one, that has a need you can solve, and two, have the means to pay to solve the need. If they don't have either of those two things, you disqualify them. And you do it in the nicest possible way. You simply say, look, I'm really sorry, but I can't really help you. Okay, I wish you well with your X, Y, and Z challenge, whatever it may be. Rather than try to pitch and convince them against their will, against the fact they haven't got any money, and all you're going to do is end up maybe getting a sale that's going to, in fact, be cancelled within a week anyway. Okay, and you're going to build yourself a terrible reputation. So stop persuading. That's the key issue. And if you want a thought about that, go to Amazon. Look at the book titles under the keyword persuasion. There are more than 5,000 titles there on Amazon, and a lot of them relate to sales, right? That is not the way you do sales. It is not the way you go about it. If you really want to succeed in sales, then what you need to do is listen to people, to get them to share with you what's really in their mind, what their challenges are, what their pain points are, and then for them to ask you, what do you do? Because you are showing so much interest in them, all of a sudden you become the center of their world. And they will want to know, well, what do you do, Peter? Okay? That's where you let them discover for themselves the opportunities and the values you can provide. Okay, by doing that, it's a very powerful way of positioning yourself as a sales person, as a sales professional, because then people will listen to you and you can provide a solution to them, because you know what they want, you know what they need, you know whether they can afford it, and they know that you have listened to them and they know you understand why they want that solution. This is not that difficult. It's not rocket science, right? There's my thoughts, the 3Ps: pitching, performance, and persuading. Get rid of them out of your dictionary, and I'm pretty sure your sales potential will go through the roof. Now, bear with me a minute. I'm putting together two other fairly similar videos to this one, okay? But one of them is called How to Enjoy Prospecting. Now, you're probably people who are involved in sales thinking, this guy's gone bonkers, right? Everybody hates prospecting. Let me tell you, I can show you a way you can really enjoy it and have some fun doing it. That's one of the videos coming up. And the second one is about determination, and how determination can be really good at making sure you are determined to help every person you come in contact with, whether they become a client of yours or not. If you put those two things together, I think you will find your sales potential will go through the roof. Terrence James, thank you. Isan, thank you for joining. Sanjay, thank you for joining. Really good, guys. Okay, so there you go. Stop pitching, stop persuading, and stop performing, and you'll see the huge difference in your sales performance. Now, my call to action for today: if you're interested in this, send me a personal message. If you're watching this on Facebook, on YouTube, leave me a comment. Okay, I have a free video, and it's called How to Really Understand Your Clients. How to really understand your clients. Actually, it's not a video, it's a PDF, right? How to really understand your clients. If you'd like access to that, let me know. In the meantime, thank you for sharing your time with me. Terence and Isan and everybody. Sanjay, thank you very much indeed. I hope you got some value out of that. And watch out for my next one, which is all about how to enjoy prospecting. I think you'll enjoy it. And if you do, I think it'll put a whole new zing in your step when it comes to thinking about sales. And you'll be able to get rid of those terrible thoughts you've got about, oh, I don't want to be a salesperson. I can tell you, you can be a great salesperson, enjoy it, and be proud of it at the same time. Until next time, all the very best. Bye for now.